Alexander the Great was born in 356 BC in Macedonia, and from a young age he showed remarkable intelligence and ambition, tutored by Aristotle and trained as a warrior by his father King Philip II. He became king at just 20, and within a decade created one of the largest empires in history, stretching from Greece to Egypt and into India. Defeating the mighty Persian Empire at battles such as Issus and Gaugamela, his tactical brilliance, ability to inspire loyalty in his men, and use of innovative formations like the phalanx made him nearly invincible, and even though he died young at 32, his legacy as one of the greatest military minds has never faded. Genghis Khan rose from the harsh steppes of Mongolia in the late 12th century, born as Temujin, abandoned by allies, and left to survive in a brutal world of warring tribes. He united the Mongols through charisma, political skill, and ruthless determination, and then unleashed a storm upon the world, creating the largest land empire in history stretching from China to Europe. His military genius lay in mobility, discipline, and psychological warfare, with horse archers capable of devastating speed, and his trusted general Subutai carried out campaigns across continents. Under Genghis Khan, the Mongols crushed empires like the Khwarezmian, Jin, and defeated armies many times their size, rewriting history forever. Julius Caesar of Rome was not only a brilliant general, but also a master politician. Rising from the turbulent politics of the late Roman Republic, his conquest of Gaul between 58 and 50 BC expanded Roman territory and brought immense wealth. He demonstrated tactical brilliance at battles such as Alesia, where he encircled the Gallic leader Vercingetorix with a double line of fortifications. Defeating a vastly larger force, Caesar's combination of audacity, organization, and personal bravery made him beloved by his troops. His crossing of the Rubicon with the words "the die is cast" marked the beginning of Rome's transformation from republic to empire, and though assassinated in 44 BC, his legacy endured. In the title Caesar itself, Hannibal Barca of Carthage is remembered as one of Rome's most dangerous enemies. Famous for leading an army, including war elephants, across the Alps into Italy during the Second Punic War. At the Battle of Cannae in 16 BC, he orchestrated a masterpiece of military strategy, using a double envelopment maneuver that annihilated a much larger Roman army. Hannibal's genius lay in his ability to outthink opponents, use terrain to his advantage, and maintain cohesion among a diverse army. Though he was eventually forced back to defend Carthage and defeated by Scipio Africanus at Zama, his reputation as one of history's greatest tacticians remains unchallenged. Napoleon Bonaparte emerged from the chaos of the French Revolution to become Emperor of France and one of history's most studied commanders. His campaigns reshaped Europe in the early 19th century. At battles like Austerlitz in 1805, he demonstrated his mastery of deception, timing, and rapid movement, crushing the combined armies of Austria and Russia. His ability to read the battlefield and adapt quickly earned him victories across Europe. But his ambition led to overreach, with disastrous campaigns in Russia and eventual defeat at Waterloo. Nevertheless, his reforms in warfare, administration, and law left a lasting legacy, and his military genius remains a benchmark for strategists. Khalid ibn al-Walid, known as the Sword of Allah, was an undefeated Arab general during the 7th century. His conversion to Islam and subsequent campaigns expanded the early Islamic Caliphate at astonishing speed. At battles such as Yarmouk in 636 AD, he decisively defeated the Byzantine Empire, and at Walaha, he used brilliant double envelopment tactics reminiscent of Hannibal. Khalid's ability to command lightly armed troops and achieve victory against heavily equipped Byzantine and Sassanid forces earned him legendary status. His leadership, discipline, and innovative tactics cemented him one of the greatest generals of all time. Saladin, the great Muslim leader of the 12th century, became famous during the Crusades for his chivalry, leadership, and military brilliance. He united Muslim factions and fought against the Crusader states, achieving his greatest victory at the Battle of Hattin in 1187, where he crushed the Crusader army and soon after recaptured Jerusalem. His reputation extended beyond the Muslim world, as even his Christian enemies admired his honor and mercy. Saladin combined strategic patience with decisive action, balancing politics and warfare to create a legacy of both strength and magnanimity. Subutai, the brilliant general of the Mongol Empire and loyal lieutenant of Genghis Khan and later Ogedei Khan, masterminded campaigns across Eurasia. His genius lay in strategic vision, logistical planning, and coordination of multiple armies across vast distances. He led invasions of Eastern Europe in the 13th century, defeating Hungarian and Polish forces at battles like Mohi and Legnica. His use of intelligence, feigned retreats, and lightning mobility stunned his enemies. Subutai fought in over 20 campaigns and won more than 60 battles, making him one of the most successful generals in recorded history, often considered the real architect of Mongol conquests. Erwin Rommel, known as the Desert Fox, was a German field marshal during World War II, respected even by his enemies for his tactical brilliance and chivalry. In the North African campaign, he demonstrated audacity and mastery of mobile warfare, using tanks and fast-moving units to outmaneuver larger Allied forces. At battles such as Gazala, he nearly defeated the British Eighth Army, though limited by lack of supplies and ultimately forced to retreat. Rommel's reputation as an honorable soldier who opposed Hitler's successes gave him a unique place in history, and his writings on tactics influenced military thought long after the war. Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force in World War II, was not a battlefield commander in the same sense as Alexander or Napoleon, but his genius lay in strategy, coalition leadership, and planning. He orchestrated Operation Overlord, the D-Day landings in Normandy in 1944, which became the decisive turning point in the liberation of Europe. Eisenhower's ability to manage vast armies from different nations, maintain unity among leaders like Churchill and Roosevelt, and coordinate logistics on an unprecedented scale marked him as one of the great generals. Later becoming President of the United States, his leadership reshaped both the war and the post-war world.